Hi there. Welcome to my Others Keeper Friday game day. I have it's a keychain, not an earring, but it is a disco ball, just like what Mary talked about. We are not just broken pieces of glass. We are put together and we are a fabulous disco ball. So this is going to be my best friend, I think, for the next little bit. So today is Friday game day. Happy Friday. Happy end of the week to everybody. This is very loud and distracting. Oh, well. I hope that you can come and join me. I do not have a beverage with me, so I'm just going to have to be very careful with how much I talk. Right now, oh, there we go. We have somebody here. Hi, somebody. Come on in if you want to just chat in the chat, or if you actually want to play with us. Great. That'd be awesome. And if it's just the two of us, we can just have a discussion. And I'm all good with that too. Let's see. So, what's new in the life of me? Um, I have been teaching one student English as a subsequent language every Wednesday for the last few months, and it has been wonderful. I've been able to stretch my teaching chops and seeing how that goes. And she's an excellent student. She learns very quickly, and we just have a lot of fun. It's only just a short time, so it's really just a tutorial, but it's something that the both of us really need in our week to really have some fun. Another thing is that um, as a retired teacher, I became an artist, for example. But also, for example, this little beauty is a bookmark that you could get on my Shopify channel. There we are. Why is it not? There we go. So that's a bookmark. It hangs over top of the edge of the book. I do jewelry and I do keychains. So, like this, keychains. And every object is different. There is no such thing as two the same. You can have the same colors. These two came from the same painting, but they are very different because even though you try, you cannot have two the same. They will always be a little bit different. So anyway, that's what I do for fun. That's what I do. And I now have a Shopify channel. Um, and that's been keeping me busy getting that set up for the last week or so. And yeah, anyways, so there's that. Um, let's see what else. My friend, well, we all love Crystal. Our friend Crystal was over here for a few days. That was fabulous. She just, she is so, she enriches my soul. And she's just a lot of fun to have around. So I help her relax. She enriches my soul. Life is easier. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, so happy birthday to hubby. And yesterday I got to talk to Ben Turner. So if you haven't seen that discussion yet, we talked about parts of his mental journey, but also the hope that brings you through that journey and being able to say, you know what, it doesn't have to be over when the worst of the worst happens, because that lie that says that the worst of the worst is the worst, say that times again real fast, that that it is the worst, um, it is a lie, and things do get better. What I always say about bipolar disorder is what goes down will come up, because that's the nature of my illness. You know what they say with the ball, what goes up must come down. Well, what goes down will come up with bipolar. And that's the way life is for everything. And it may not seem like it. It might seem like there is no breath left. But yeah, there is hope. There is a purpose for your future. And even if all of the pain that you've experienced, even if all the troubles that you've gone to, even if all of the broken bits of you have not yet been put back like a disco ball, at some point you're going to get through enough of your pain that you can reach out for help. And once you've reached out for help, you will be able to have somebody reach out to you to look to your survival journey and look to you for help and hope, because you have been someplace that they, in their darkest moments, are currently at. And somehow, some way, you breathed, you moved forward, you got through. And that's hope. That is the hope for a future. And sorry, that's my watch telling me that we're on YouTube now. But that is the hope for the future. And that's what we all have. So I'm going to talk just for a few minutes. And if nobody joins me, this is going to be a short day because I'm going to take my husband and we're going to have some lovely supper together. So if you want to join me for trivia, I am more than happy to play trivia with you. More than happy to play Tribond with you, where it's 3 words and you have to figure out what the common denominator is for those 3 words. For example, question: Titleist, Top Flight, and Pinnacle. What do those 3 words have in common? Titleist, Top Flight, and Pinnacle. I happen to know what those are. Those are all types of golf balls. And they are all brand names of golf balls. So, I mean, it's not a difficult game, but it's one of those games where it does make your mind work a little bit. I have to say, I really enjoy being able to make my mind work a little bit, because even on my worst of days, I think it's a good idea to exercise the brain at least some. So that's why being able to come on here and just visit and have some fun, that's always a good thing. Something else that's really exciting, oh my goodness, in exactly 2 weeks. Hello, Matrix Rabbit, how you doing? In exactly 2 weeks, I am going to be meeting my older sister. I'm doing great, Matrix. How are you doing? So 2 weeks from today, I'm going to be meeting my sister that I only first met a year ago. And we did a 23andMe thing and found each other. And that has been such a wonderful ride. But we're meeting each other in person in the middle of the month. And I have sent away to get some shirts made for us. Yes, I am that person. I have sent away to get some shirts made for us that say Sisters Trip 2024, cheaper than therapy. So just something fun to remember our time together. And so it'll be the 3 of us. It'll be my oldest sister, Glynis, Tanya, the middle, and then myself. So that's going to be very fun. So Matrix, how are you doing? Are you healthy? I understand, I seem to recall that you were not healthy for a little while. Or am I thinking of somebody else? And you could come on and we could just have a discussion. I'm going to take this off mostly because, well, it's just really annoying, but loud. So I don't know where to put it. Somewhere. I want to have it up somewhere so it can be featured, because I love my little disco ball. It's purple. I love purple. Okay. Anyways. So other things that have been fun. This weekend, I have not a board meeting, but a conference, a very short 1-day conference for those of us who've had bariatric surgery, or anybody of size. And when I say of size, I don't mean of little size, but of large size. And we're going to get together and we're going to discuss health. We're going to discuss opportunities and community and connection and all of that, and how we can be together and not be ashamed of who we are. Many of us have gone through bariatric surgery, whether it's the bypass, like the stomach bypass, or whether it's the gastric sleeve. That used to be known as stomach stapling. Some people, maybe many years ago, might have had a lap band done. That's not really done anymore. But it's one of those things where we want to get together and we want to share common experiences. I had gastric surgery a few years ago, and I'm not going to say that it failed because the surgery didn't. I am a food addict. I have failed myself. And because of that, I'm still a large woman, even though my surgery, my stomach is still only this big. I can only eat a little bit at a time. But what I choose to eat isn't very smart sometimes. And I tend to eat continuously rather than 3 small meals, which really is all I need to survive. So that's, again, that's one of those mental blocks that I have to work through. Um, Maybe go through some counseling for. The Lifeboat has been wonderful. The Lifeboat YouTube channel, for those of you who don't know, it is, and thank you, Crystal. I know I haven't failed. I have I have an addiction, and it is one of those things that just makes it tough to deal with sometimes. Um, the Lifeboat YouTube channel has a connection for everybody. No matter what your addiction is, no matter what your abuse has been, no matter what your life circumstance, there will be somebody there who understands and would be willing to talk with you. And that's something that is frequently said, is that connection is the opposite of addiction, not sober. Sober is not the opposite of addiction. Connection is. Because when you have connection, the sobriety can follow much more easily. That's why groups like AA exist. That's why groups like Weight Watchers exist. That's why groups of all sorts of things exist, because there are groups of people who have similar experiences, similar points of view. One person will be further along in the trail than the other person. So the person further along can help this person come along. And sometimes this person back here can remind this person how far they've come, which is just as important. So, yeah, that's kind of what's been going on in my life. What about you, Crystal? I know you just got home from my house, and it takes her about 3 hours to drive there. So she got home from my place, and Matrix Rabbit is out there and he's hanging in there. That's awesome. If either of you wants to come on and we can have a visit, that's great. If not, I'm going to be here probably for another. I'll let it get to about 15 minutes, and then I'll just say, you know what, that's good, because I am a type of person, I really like the face-to-face interaction. I really enjoy being able to discuss ideas and jokes and all that other kind of stuff. Um, and it's just one of those things that energizes me, is being able to connect with other people. Uh, so, what energizes you? What gives you joy? What is something that you can come up with that you can honestly say, this gives me energy? Whether it's a nap, sometimes all you need is a nap and a snack. Ask any 2-year old. Um, Sometimes that's what all you need. Uh, okay, Crystal's gonna make a quick phone call. She'll be on, so I won't give up on Crystal. Um, but yeah, sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes for people who are introverts, it doesn't mean that you're shy, and it doesn't mean you don't know anything, and it doesn't mean you are a backbencher. It means that an introvert is somebody who needs solitude to recharge. They could be as in your face and all of that stuff, as outgoing as all get out, but to recharge their batteries, they need to be on their own. Somebody who's an extrovert could be shy. Somebody who is an extrovert could be the person who is not. Um, yes, music and resin work, Matrix Rabbit. I've seen some of your work. It's absolutely gorgeous. You should uh, you should show us some of that sometime. Come on the screen and hold up some examples of your work. What I do is not resin; it is acrylic paint pouring, and so it's acrylic paint pouring. The extra stuff falls onto a piece of plastic and dries and becomes a skin. And then that skin I put under a piece of glass and then into whatever pendant or feature of some sort that I'm going to do. Um, all that kind of thing. So yeah, Matrix, you should grab some of your product and show us what you've got. That would be so exciting. Um, I don't think I've met you face to face, and that would be good too. So an extrovert can be all of the shy things that you would normally think of, but they get energized through, you know what? I'm just going to sit at the side of the party, but watching that party is what's really going to do. Um, oh, okay. Matrix, give me a shout. I can give you a good recipe for the paint. I have no problem with other people doing the same type of art that I do because, like I said, you cannot make two of the same thing. You can't. Let's see if I can get another good one up here. So there will have been a painting that had these colors on there. This isn't the best because this is got purple and gold and kind of a very pale teal. So that's not the best camera for that color palette. There we go. I don't know why it's anyway. So yeah, and I love getting my nails done. That's something I enjoy too. Uh, Thank you. Yes, Todd, I did do that painting. That's one of the ones that was a total experiment. I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying out some of the recipes that I had heard of when it comes to paint pouring, and yeah, I did that one. I happen to have a nice 4 foot by 18-inch canvas, and thank you so much, Matrix. So 4 feet by 18 inches, and yeah, I recycle canvases sometimes. So this was an old piece of art. I think somebody just bought it from Winners or something like that, Home Sense or something. And they were just getting rid of it. So I'm like, okay, I can paint over that. So I did. And it has just been wonderful. Um, Art, if you haven't watched my latest, um, my Tuesday night, I guess, my Tuesday night show was about my healing journey using art. And in there, I did a painting. I wish I would have brought it with me to show you because I have lacquered it. So it does have all the colors coming out on it. Very pretty. And we just discussed how that soothing bit of beauty, and it doesn't have to be beautiful to everybody, it just has to be beautiful to you. And for me, making colorful things, making contrasting things, something to keep my brain busy when I'm looking at it, I find that just fascinating. Strangely enough, I hate going to art galleries. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just that self-centered. I like my own art and that's it. But no, if I were going to an art gallery and they had a whole pile of different people doing paint pours, I would love that because it's like looking at clouds. You have such a variety. Let's see if we can go up here. There we go. So this bedroom was my daughter's bedroom. Yes, I am going to make you. Oh, hi. How you doing? Okay, there we go. So this bedroom is one that I painted for my daughter when she was in about grade 3. And you'll see
Hello?
those. Hi, Todd. How are you doing?
I don't know why my picture's not coming
I
up.
don't know. Let's see. No, I don't know. Are you on your phone or your computer?
My phone.
Your phone? Okay.
I'm
Um,
gonna try something. I'll be back in a second.
sure. Okay. I forgot where I'm at, but that's okay because I can talk about most things. Um, and I'm so excited. I've not met him in person. I'm really stoked about that. So seeing lots of different art from lots of different people in a style that I enjoy. So the clouds in here are done differently. You've got your blue, your lighter blue, and then even a lighter blue down toward the horizon, which is what it actually looks like out there. And now I've got this going the wrong way. There. I should not have messed with the camera. We've got it. We've got it. Okay. So yeah, that's something that's going to be fun, is to look at Matrix's art, see what he does. I love resin. People will say that resin and paint pouring are very similar, and they are similar in method to a degree. But with resin, it's a much harder, like it's a much more firm, hard, tensile type product. And unfortunately, the compounds that you mix together to do the epoxies can be toxic. Not all of them, but they can be toxic. And I have a daughter who lives in my basement, which is where I do my art, who has asthma. And the last thing I need to do is exacerbate that. So, yes, he's here. He's trying. Oh, and Crystal's on ignore on the phone call. Okay. So we're waiting. I'm patient. I can hang on. So with resin, you can do some really cool things. You can do a lot of woodwork with resin. You can do a lot of oh gracious. What I do with my paint pouring, instead of putting glass on top, he could actually make the piece of resin into what this would look like. So instead of having glass on top of a painting, it would simply be its own thing. Something else that I used to do is nails. So I got my nails done today. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Come on. Very happy with how they turned out. My nail salon person is absolutely wonderful. So it just gives me joy. Small things give me joy. I really look for things to be thankful for. I don't want to be Little Miss Sunshine, but at the same time, I want to be able to find the positives in life. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And Matrix's phone is just being a butt. So we'll wait for him. It'll figure out, I'm sure. Um, let's see, where was I? Talking about art. Oh, something. This is actually a portion of a piece of art that I did in a new style that I learned called swiping. So you've got your colors, you've got your base color, and then you have a new paint and you just swipe it over top and you get all of this lacing and cells and stuff like that. And this is just a photocopy of it. But yeah, there's so many different techniques that I have learned from people on the internet. Those people have been very giving with their art. And I think it's only fair that I'm giving with mine as well. Because the more art out there, the more beautiful the world can be. The world is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Bleak. Yeah. I would say places that you look at on the news or on the internet or wherever that are that have no art around are generally the places where people are incredibly poor, are incredibly war torn, incredibly they just don't have a whole lot of hope. And it just could be the pictures I've seen of people. Matrix, are you there? You're here with audio only, according to my computer.
Yep.
Okay. Do you just want to visit? We can visit.
It's the only way it's going to work.
All right. So what sorts of paints do you use for your, or do you want to use for your paint pouring?
I got acrylic.
Okay. Okay. Do you have like craft paints or do you have artist paints?
Artist paints.
Artist paints? Okay.
Yeah, I got
They both work.
like a big kit for it.
Oh, okay, good.
We got
All
all the
right.
paint and everything, but I know there's like um conditioner and stuff that you can add to it to thin it out to make it
Yes.
make it last longer, which is
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. And even the type of paint, like the craft paint that's really thin that you can just dump out all over everything, that's still too thick to use for pouring.
yeah,
So,
that's what I figured.
yeah, yeah. So, what sort of paint? You live in the States, is that correct?
Yeah, I live in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
And
too.
your name's Todd, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Do you prefer being called Matrix or Todd?
Call me call me anything you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Works for me.
Now, Matrix, Todd, Matrix Rabbit. I'll answer
Okay,
any of them. So,
okay. So I'm just gonna ask you a weird question. What started your name Matrix Rabbit?
I like I like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I like the Matrix, and the Matrix movie is basically just Alice in Wonderland on steroids. So I wanted to
Yes.
call my there was too many white rabbits already out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So you needed to be different.
well, I like being different.
Too. This being boring is just boring. Who
I
needs
am
boring?
not a yeah, boring is boring to me. I don't like boring.
Yeah. Yeah. So is art what you do for a living, for lack of a better term?
I'm disabled,
You're
so
disabled. Okay.
and
Okay.
I've had 6 heart attacks, including the Widowmaker.
Oh, gracious. So it was you with the heart monitor or the heart stuff on that I saw
Yep,
on the lifeboat, right?
that's me.
Okay. I was just, yes. All right. So how are you feeling now?
Um, Feeling better. One of the meds that they put me on. I've been on it before, and it gave me migraines, and I stopped taking it.
Mm,
That they gave me
mhm.
some medicine to combat that, but it's got to build up in your system. So
Yeah.
I'm working on.
Unfortunately, that,
I'm
yeah.
I am feeling a little bit better. I mean, the day I
Excellent.
got out of the hospital, it was like I was shot out of a cannon, and the next day
Oh,
I felt
yeah.
like I had been hit. Well, if you would have saw me on needing a meeting when I got out, because
Right?
it's not even veiled that I shaved everything. Well, I mean,
Yep.
I had my beard was pretty much down, like, just starting to go on my chest, and I'm going bald, but everywhere else was just like sticking out. So,
Fur. Yep.
I shaved it all, and everybody you see me with like the fur, but nobody
Yes,
has seen me
exactly.
without it. So, but that day I was like shot out of the cannon. Next day I felt like I got hit by a train.
The next day you landed from the cannon.
Yeah.
That would
Well, I
have
think it
been
was getting out of the hospital that I was really happy about that.
absolutely. And Mary's here. Hi, Mary.
Mhm.
Yeah, getting out of the hospital, um, having you said 5 heart attacks, including a
Six.
widowmaker.
6, including
Oh,
the
6
Widowmaker.
now. 6, including the
No,
widowmaker.
no,
Is
I
that the most
didn't.
recent one?
No, no, no. I had
Oh,
that
okay.
one like 10 years ago. If I would have had that one, I'd be totally different now. Because the last time
Oh,
when I got put out for a week. They put me in a medically induced coma for a week when I had the Widowmaker.
right.
And for like 9 months afterwards, I still have memory problems from it.
For
I mean,
sure.
um,
Yeah.
I can tell you this: when you come out of a coma from a week, you don't remember jack. I
No,
mean,
well, your body's been through so much trauma
well,
and your brain's trying to fix it.
I got stuck in traffic for 45 minutes.
Oh my word.
In the ambulance, sirens, lights, whole 9 yards. We got stuck in traffic.
Oh,
I'll never win the lottery because I'm alive.
yeah. Yeah, that's the lottery right there for some people. The fact that your toes are still on this side of the earth, that's pretty good.
Well, any
So I'm really
day
glad that
above ground is better than below.
I've heard people say that. Yep, that's for sure. Yes.
Well, I died twice that day too, so
Did you? Oh wow, you're a
not for
cat.
long. Not
You're not
not
a
for
rabbit,
long.
you're a cat.
Yeah, but it wasn't for long. I mean, they hit me with drugs. I came right back. So
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad they did because I've seen your art and it's beautiful and the world needs to see your art.
thank you.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't have that much self worth, but the resin helps. Helps a
Doesn't
lot.
it though?
Well,
Yeah.
especially when it's out right.
Yeah.
And I really like Dungeons and Dragons and the dice and all that.
Yes.
I just bought 4 dice molds and I got UV resin, and I'm gonna try to make
Cool.
really cool D&D dice.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
neat.
I've seen some of the stuff that's out there, and it's pretty wicked cool.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but I'm thinking about getting an induction plate and making like a tray. I'm calling it a dice tray, and then
Okay.
have little beads inside each dice, so when you throw it on the induction plate, they light up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to do that.
Well,
You have to. And
well,
I'll buy one from you depending on how much it's worth. I have a
I'm making a
daughter who
I'm
plays
making a
D&D
chessboard. I'm making a chessboard with the
that does the same.
with the induction plate built into it. And then
Wow.
when you put it on the square, not only will the square light up because I'm going to put a bead in there, but the piece will light up too. I'm going to put 2 different colors and try to get like a really wicked like green or blue glow
Oh
underneath it.
yeah. So the blending.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's cool. I'm sorry to hear, Crystal, that you won't make it, but good luck with your phone call. I really appreciate you trying. Um, so tell me more about this induction plate thing. Like I said, I have a daughter who plays D&D. That's
Well,
actually how she met her
okay.
boyfriend. So
Dude, have you ever seen like a rechargeable razor or toothbrush?
yes, yes.
Okay, inside there's a plate in there
Okay.
that when the 2 contacts hit the plate,
Hmm.
it recharges. It recharges
Mm,
your toothbrush or whatever you're
right,
recharging, your phone, whatever.
right.
When the induction plate, so the induction plate also creates a field, and
Okay.
it's
So,
basically wireless. It's wireless transmission of electricity to.
and that's how you can charge your phone on this thing, right?
Yep, yep.
That that's what that is.
Same
Oh,
principle.
okay.
It's the
Okay.
very same principle.
Cool.
It's Nikola
That's
Tesla
cool.
technology from 1918.
Yes. Yeah, the pre uh Edison days. So,
Well,
yeah. And even
uh,
post Edison days. But yeah,
yeah, but if I have my pick between Edison and Tesla, I will always pick Tesla.
absolutely. The man was, well, Edison just basically got to the patent office first, from what I hear. So,
Well,
yeah.
not only that, but all the research that was done at Menlo Park, he paid for it. So if you pay for it, you get to put your name on it.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
What do
Yeah,
you think? What do you
yeah.
think? Tesla hated Edison.
Oh, really?
Edison brought Tesla over from Serbia to the United States to work on
Right?
Edison's generators, um, and a few other things. Because Tesla, I mean, he never built a prototype. He
Okay.
he had dyslexia, so he
Ah,
could take things, flip it around, expand them, explode them all in his head. Well,
right.
basically the stuff that they do on computers today, like if you
Just
watch,
would, yeah,
um, what is
like
it like?
computer aided drawing and that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it
Building
is.
programs.
That's what
Yep.
it is. But like, if you watch like, there's like, you know, shows like they would take the pyramids and they expand it, but when they expand it, it pulls all the bricks out.
Right. Okay. I see
That's
what
what
you're
he could
saying.
do in his head.
Oh,
So, and he would change
man
the
was a genius.
but he would change the pieces and everything. So when he would go to build a generator, he already built it like 9,000 times in his head. It was just putting the
Yeah.
pieces together for him at that point.
Yeah, it's just a puzzle
But
that
he
you
was
have to put
supposed to
together.
pay him, but Edison was supposed to pay Tesla 50 grand for the generator work and all that. And he got to keep it. Well, he didn't never paid any money. So Tesla quit, went to Westinghouse, uh, showed him uh, alternate current, which was much better than DC because DC causes fire.
Right. That's
Well,
right.
it's just heat in the wall building up
Yeah.
until you flick the switch. That's when the electrons start flowing. So yeah,
Okay.
Edison, he paid a lot of money to a lot of people because a lot of houses got burned down because of that. Yeah,
I've
but
heard that. Yes, I've heard that.
well,
Yeah.
they had a war. It's called the War of the Currents, DC versus AC.
Oh,
Yeah, like
I
the
haven't heard of
electric
that.
chair. Yeah, the electric chair was invented by Edison,
Oh
and
my.
it was all alternate current.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he electrocuted an elephant too with alternate
Eee.
current. Yeah, well, now
Oh, poor
people on
elephant.
the other side, on the DC side, were doing the same thing. So I mean,
Yeah, that's just nasty.
but I mean, they had a war and Tesla won.
Yeah.
He was supposed to
Yeah.
get like 5 cents for every half horsepower. He increased the generators, and Westinghouse came back to him and says the bean counters told me if I pay you for all that, I'm not gonna have any money.
Well, they're not wrong.
He tore up the
But yeah.
contract. If he would have done that, he would have ended up the richest man in the world.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Now, Tesla was a genius. I love genius. That's what I love.
Yes. Well, yeah. Like
I mean,
legit genius, not the poached kind.
yeah, no, like
So yeah.
Mozart and Beethoven, true
Mhm.
genius. I
Yes.
mean,
People whose minds just work on a whole nother level of just
well, they say there's a
consciousness.
fine line between genius and madness, and most
I've
geniuses go
heard that.
mad.
I've heard that. And actually, a lot of geniuses have bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. Um, and
Well,
like you said, it's a fine line between genius and madness.
well, back in the old days when you had bipolar, they would say you're a touch of fire.
Mm, okay.
Almost every single artist you've
Yep.
ever heard of was bipolar.
Yep. Well, you
Some
hear the
had,
artist temperament, right? That's
some
just
had it
this.
well, some didn't.
Yes.
Van
Yes.
Gogh,
Exactly.
he didn't
Yeah.
hide it. He was like, I'm
He
nuts. Here I am.
he had schizophrenia or I can't talk today. Schizoaffective disorder or schizophrenia.
He had
So,
schizophrenia, and I'm pretty sure he had more than one personality.
oh,
Well,
okay.
you could tell by the difference in his paintings. Some are
Mm,
very light and bright, and some are very dark. Artists
right.
don't artists don't do that. Like the masters, they don't do that.
Right.
Da
Well,
Vinci, I mean,
Picasso did that. Picasso had so many different themes behind his work. Like he had his cubist, he had his blue, he had all of these different things that he
yeah,
did.
but there's a line that you can track with that.
Okay.
Van
Okay.
Gogh, there's no line. It's one's light,
Right.
one's dark, one's medium. I mean, it's
Okay.
all. I mean, I get the man was nuts, but it just they don't do that. There's usually a progression, like you said, the
Yeah.
Cubist, the Blue Period,
Yeah.
Jackson Pollock. He named some of his paintings after uh, the place that he was doing the paintings at. Like the
Hmm.
Spring Collection, it wasn't done in spring; it was done at the Spring House.
Cool. Okay.
I see. It's the little minutia details that I
Yeah.
really like digging in. I love history, all
Yes.
kinds of history, art history,
Absolutely.
ancient history, Roman history,
Right.
Egyptian history, religion.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know pretty
Yeah.
much every different kind of magic out there.
Oh,
and the
wow.
astrology that goes with it.
Yep.
Well, it's a
Yep.
lifetime study. The magic stuff I've been doing, well, I've been researching all that since I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
magic versus illusion. Is that what you're talking
well,
about?
no, I'm talking about real magic.
That's what I'm saying. Magic versus illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about real magic where you throw it out in the ether and affect a change, I guess. May not
Tell
be
me
a
more
big
about
one.
that. I don't know a lot about that. Tell me more
Well,
about that.
it's all about intention.
Okay.
Whatever your intention is when you do it, that's what's going to happen. And it's never going to
Okay.
happen the way you think it will.
Mm.
But but it will happen. I mean, it could just be synchronicities too. I mean,
Yep.
I was in the hospital. I had a heart catheterization, which is basically they stick a camera up your arm or leg, and they go
Yep.
check out your heart, and they
Yep.
shoot different dyes in it. So I've actually seen my heart beating in my own chest, and all the veins
Wow.
lit up. Okay,
That's
it,
fun.
it's Star Trek. It is Star Trek.
Yes.
I'm, we are definitely living in a time
Absolutely.
of
Yep.
science
Space
fiction.
age.
Well,
Yep.
remember when we were kids? I mean, what we had? We had 4 channels, and we
You
couldn't be
had four?
inside.
That's
But well, I'm saying, and we couldn't be inside during in the house during the day.
yeah. I don't know if my mom actually locked the door or I just was too
My
little to
dad did.
open the
My
door.
dad locked me out.
Yeah.
He'd kick me out in the
Yep.
morning and lock the door and be like, "Okay,
Yep.
be back when be back whenever."
That's right. Come back when the street light turns on.
Oh, sometimes I didn't. After 13, I never did that.
Mm, okay.
Well, I had too
Yeah.
many friends sneaking out of their houses, and we go and find some wood someplace, start a fire, a burn pit, and
Yeah.
everybody hang out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's one thing about living in the mountains when you're a kid.
Okay.
Got to do
Yes.
some stuff that most people don't. And I
That's
still
right.
live on the rural side, kind of. I mean,
Okay.
I'm only like 35 minutes away from Lancaster.
Okay. Yeah. I live 30 minutes out of my closest city. I cannot talk today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I live about 30 minutes away from my closest city in a teeny weeny little town, maybe 700-ish people, and all
Oh,
around us is
oh no,
farmland.
we got a lot of people around here. But
Yeah.
where I live, there's cornfields. I'm originally
Right.
from Iowa, so I'm used to cornfields.
Ah. Okay.
It, Iowa is nothing but one big cornfield. Nebraska too, and parts of North Dakota and South Dakota. I
Really.
mean, people fall asleep behind the wheel in all those states because it doesn't change. There's no mountains. It's
Right.
just endless fields of green. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it's green.
So what do you do with all that corn?
Well, without corn, you couldn't feed the world.
Okay.
Corn feeds the world. It's not wheat.
Absolutely.
It's corn.
Right.
Every 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 country grows it
Hmm.
around the world. And the corn
Okay.
that
I
they're
did
growing
not
right
know that.
now all came from America because that's the only place you could find maize.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, if you go look at it, there's a church in Scotland that was built
Hmm.
in the 13th century, and they have maize on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Interesting.
they were Templars. Templars came here in the
Right.
13th century.
Okay.
I know that for a fact that they came here. The
Okay.
Kensington, the Kensington stone that they found in Minnesota proves
Okay.
it. Well, it's like
Really?
they claimed everything from Minnesota to the sea.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And there's
impressive.
geologists that went and looked at the stone because it said it was a fake, and
Hmm.
they checked it out. The minute they did tests, they looked at the crystals inside, where they etched it into the stone and everything, and
Hmm.
they all said it's from 13th century.
Oh, wow. That's
I mean,
that's cool.
Oak Island in Nova Scotia. they're getting ready to dig up 1/3 of the Temple of Treasure. The
Wow.
other 2/3, one set up United States, one set up Switzerland.
Cool.
And we're all banking powerhouses.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's all connected. It really is.
Well, yeah.
Once
Yeah,
you
I
start
can see
down,
that.
no, once you start down the rabbit hole, you're like,
And
wait a
into the
minute.
Matrix.
Yeah,
Yep.
if this didn't happen, then this wouldn't happen. Look at
That's right.
all the laws we have in the United States. What are they? Religious freedom, freedom of the press, all the stuff the Templars got knocked down with. Every
Mm-hmm.
single one. And we had 13 colonies. That was not an accident. That was
Okay.
a big flare. We are here. This is the new world order. If you want to be a part of this, you better come.
Okay.
That's what that was. That was a big flare for the world.
Interesting.
Because by that time, Masonry was everywhere around the world.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And everything pretty much comes out of Egypt or ancient Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Egypt's real name is Chem. And we have chemistry. It's not
Oh yes. Yeah.
the land of Chem. A lot of
Interesting.
stuff came out of there.
I've never heard Egypt called that before.
Oh,
Interesting.
I read a lot of esoteric books.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And a lot of history books with the actual names in it. They changed the names so you can't track it back. But once you start, like I said,
Mm.
once you start down the rabbit hole, you start seeing certain, Chem kept on coming up, and I'm like, all right. And then I got the Book of Thoth, um, and yeah, it's like, you know, I call on all the men of Chem to come out, and I took my staff and I hit the ground, and they stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And then he became Pharaoh, and he
Mm.
says he's the one who built the pyramids too, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
Or he goes by another name, Hermes Trismegistus.
Okay. I've heard of Hermes.
Yeah, everybody has
Okay.
hermetical text. It's named after him
Right. Right.
because he was the finder and keeper of it.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
scribes
Mm-hmm.
were a religion at one time,
Yes. Yep. They were.
and they were pretty much the only trusted, the only people trusted back then too,
Yeah.
because
They were the ones who kept the history.
they kept they were writing the history. Those who
Exactly. Yeah.
write the history rule the world. Romans
Still do.
proved that.
Yep. They still do.
The Romans proved that.
Yes. Yeah. Conquerors are the ones who make the history, and the ones who write the history rule the world. So the
Yep.
conquerors, it just follows that way, doesn't it?
Yes, I mean even the great Roman Empire bowed
Mm-hmm.
down to Genghis Khan and paid him off,
Mm-hmm.
so they
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to fight him because they would lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, no, when Genghis Khan he would send his emissaries out to say, "You could pay me 3,000 pounds of gold, 3,000 pounds of silver, and give me 100 slaves, or I'm going to come and wreck you."
Yeah.
If you paid it, they went away. If you didn't, they had to
But
fight.
what guarantee is it that he'd actually go away?
Honor, I guess.
Yeah.
The honor of, well, I've been paid off to go away. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go away now.
True. True. Yes.
I mean, Genghis
Yep.
Khan, he was always on the move. I mean, that was
Yeah.
the
He
lifestyle.
was. Yeah.
And you got what his son and his grandson. They
Mm-hmm.
all, well, they weren't as powerful as Genghis. Genghis was the man.
Which one was Kubla? Kubla Khan.
Kublai Khan was the grandson, I think.
The grandson? Okay.
Yeah. The second one's real famous too. I just can't remember his name right now.
Okay.
Still reeling from the friggin' hospital. No, oh, it's
How
never
long have you
taken.
been out?
I got out Friday,
Okay.
last Friday.
Well, a week ago.
Yeah, it's never taken me this long, no.
But I mean,
Oh,
you're not getting younger. I don't know how old you are, but the more
I'm
times it
50. I'm
happens
53.
and the older you get,
Yeah, I'm 53.
okay, you're a year older than me. So, yeah, if I had a heart
Yeah,
attack, I have no idea how much I would
I went from being the
rebound.
youngest guy to being the oldest guy. I
Yeah.
like being the younger guy.
See, I don't mind being 52 because I make 52 look good.
Well, hopefully 53 is going to be good for me because as soon as I get this Life Vest thing off me, I'm going down to freaking Nashville and going to find a band and could be a rock star at
Okay.
53. Well, hey,
Sort of
every time I've ever set my mind to something and not stopped until I got it,
awesome.
I
What sort of
got it.
music do you
So,
play?
well, I play everything.
Okay.
Be a musician this day, you get people to play funk, blues,
Yes.
metal, heavy metal, thrash
Yeah.
metal,
Yeah.
um, acid
Yeah.
metal.
Just being a one trick pony doesn't work it anymore, does it?
Oh no, no, no!
No.
I love the bass. It's the most versatile instrument besides the
Okay.
drums.
Besides which?
The drums. I could play
Okay.
it like bass. I could play chords on it. Play it like a guitar. I could
Right.
play drums on it if I want to. With
Yeah.
slapping and popping.
That's
That's
right.
just playing drums on your bass. Can't do that on guitar, and you can't
Nope.
do that on drums, and you can't do that on keyboard.
Nope.
Only the bass
Nope.
can do that.
I've got a
I
cousin
could,
who played bass in
I,
bands when he was
I could,
young.
yeah, I could finger tap too if I really wanted to. If I really thought about it.
Okay. Okay.
That's basically it's playing keyboard on your bass.
Oh, yes, I suppose.
It's, it's a very versatile instrument. I love it.
That
Been
is
playing
cool.
been playing for 40 years.
Wow.
When I was in
Wow.
college, I basically ran myself out as a bass player. got me
Really?
through, got me through a year of college.
Wow. What'd you take at college?
I was gonna become an audio engineer.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of did it anyway. I took a year of school, and
Mhm.
then a couple of my friends they wanted to record, but they didn't have money to go to a recording studio. It's like, let me
Right.
see if I can slap together. We'll record. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
So
Yep.
we recorded. I did my thing.
Mhm.
Did
Yep.
did a quick mix down for them, so they could show their friends, show their parents, whatever.
Right.
And they came back and gave me $1,000 and said, "We're doing an album."
Sweet.
So
That's cool.
I,
Yeah. The
$1,000
same
here,
cousin who
something like
plays
that.
bass is also an audio producer,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he's done
that's what I really want to get
tons of
into,
stuff.
producing.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I love writing music. I love the
Yeah.
whole process of music. It
It's
gives my
fascinating,
juices
isn't it?
flowing. Well,
Yeah.
I'd rather be playing on stage for people
Really?
than anything else in the world. So, bet you, you you can't jump out of a plane for it. You can't.
No.
It's something you got to do to understand what it is, but it's better
Yep.
than heroin. When you get done and get off stage and you had a really good show, and I mean,
Yeah.
your band just
Just you're
you know
amped.
kicked everybody's face in, right?
That's right.
I mean,
So Mary
everybody.
says she plays the flute. I played the flute uh, when I was in high school or
Well,
when I was in
you
school.
could be in a metal band, right?
Oh yeah,
Je-
absolutely.
Jethro
There's some
Tull.
really good flautists out there.
Yeah, but Jethro Tull. That was a
Yeah.
heavy metal band. They
Wow.
beat out Metallica for metal album of the year. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was on,
Yeah.
and that was also a trivia question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they got it wrong.
Oops.
But
No, I
heavy
like a
metal
huge
has
variety of
if you're not
genres.
a metalhead, but if you're not a metalhead, you wouldn't know that.
No, probably not. Nope.
Right? It's the one of the greatest tragedies of
Mm.
because it was like the Black Album, or it was one, but I mean both of
Oh,
them were groundbreaking albums. I mean the first four
okay.
albums from Metallica, I mean they rewrote metal as it was.
Yes, absolutely.
That chugging, that was way
Mm-hmm.
new in the '80s. I mean nobody had
Mm-hmm.
done, kept on doing that. You had
Right.
like Led Zeppelin and stuff. They're the ones who kind of started it, but it was Metallica that said, "Hey, give me that."
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do with it. And
Yeah.
I mean, at one point they were the fastest band in metal,
Yeah.
from like '80 to like '85, and then you had
Wow.
like Exodus and Testament, that's really really thrash. Dimebag Darrell. They were like,
Okay.
the next generation of, hey, this is what we're gonna do with it. We're gonna even go faster.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. One group has to push the next, right? And
Yep.
it's never ever just okay to stay here. There's always
And
a bigger,
every
better.
once in a while, you get that one band that takes it back a little
Hmm.
bit, but adds a little spice on it. That's what grunge was. They took
Right.
punk, yeah, they took punk and early metal,
Yes. Yeah.
and I don't know.
And
I
lack of
guess
talent.
oh well,
Sorry.
lack of talent. That's every band.
That's a
Every
lot of
band.
bands.
It is. I mean, Alice Cooper, when they got signed,
Yeah.
their producer had to teach them how to play their instruments.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, no, I'm
Wow.
not joking. Had to teach Alice how to sing. Oh, yeah, but
Wow.
the song that they were singing was "I'm 18," right? I mean,
Right.
everybody knows that song. But he thought they were singing "I'm edgy," and he liked the song. He liked that. But when they
Right.
got into the studio and he found out what it really was, he goes, "Well, I still like the song."
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm
that's
sorry.
fun.
I love old metal. I love all the stories that go
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's great.
I mean, when I was 13, 14, well, actually up around now, I mean, I hit Parader. I had the stuff ripped out and up on the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I had a whole wall of nothing but, and those were my posters because
Mm-hmm.
that's all I could afford at the time.
Right. Yes. Yep.
I don't know. It's
Oh,
nice talking with
okay.
you, bro.
Nice talking to you too. I think we're gonna wrap up. We've
Okay.
been on for about an hour, but yeah, no, definitely come back. We'll see if we can get your camera working, and I'd love to see some more of your art.
I think it's the uh, solar storm we had. It's pretty
Oh,
massive. There's a lot of
oh,
energy. Yeah.
when
A
was
lot.
that?
That was like 2 weeks ago. Like when everybody was seeing the aurora borealis all the way
Okay,
down
yes,
in Florida.
yes,
It was
yep,
a very massive solar storm.
for
I
sure,
mean,
yeah.
we got we got our magnetosphere that protects us, and that's the only
Hmm.
reason why we're here.
Right,
Without that, that's it.
we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Alrighty.
yeah.
Well, I hope your camera can start working sometime in the not terribly distant future.
I think it's my
When
internet.
it does, let me know, and I'd love to have you on and see some of your art. And maybe the two of us, we can show each other how we do it, and we can do like a stream on that. I think that'd be fun.
It would be fun. Um,
Yeah.
Me and my friend Izzy, we send pictures back because she does UV. She's the one who got
Nice.
me into trying the UV for the dice and stuff. So,
Right.
and now she's buying regular resin and trying that. So we kind of,
Yep. See, I have a tattoo that you really can't see. There we go. You can sort of see it. And it is a cross. Ugh, you can't see it from that direction.
well,
It's
we'll compare tattoos. I have a few more.
I have 3 tattoos. So yeah, there's that one.
I
But
have.
what I'm saying is that this one is actually UV activated as well.
Oh,
So
yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool. But
yeah, yeah,
I
it's
mean,
cool.
but I mean, it's you gotta carry a black light with you though.
I know. Right? Well, yeah, like the outline of it is super, super pale,
Yeah,
but that's just because it's for me, right? And then
yeah,
you have the black light when it hits it. Like if I go glow bowling, honey, I glow. So
yeah.
I'm nuclear.
I was thinking about getting one of them just to freak people out.
That's right. Well, you should. They're fun. And Mary's saying they played Elvis music in the MRI today. That's the only good side of it. Yeah, Mary, we'll have to talk about how your MRI went today because, yeah, that's big. That's a big thing. And I don't imagine you're going to get the results right away either from that. So I
My
really hope
MRI,
things
I got when I got my MRI like 2 weeks ago. I had it in the next day.
really,
Yeah.
wow, that's impressive.
Well, it's all part of the hospital, so.
Right, right. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Well,
go.
yes, it was great to talk to you, Todd. Everybody else who's watching, awesome. Nice to see you. Have an awesome weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.